Alright, this is season 2 of WEARE757, the show. We got the homie Ben Finney in the building. How you doing, bro?
What up?
How was your weekend, the Dodo weekend? How was that?
Tiring as a mug, boy. It was good though, but it was tiring. You know what I'm saying? It was good to get back to the community, see the kids come out there, and see Dennis and Dodo and Coach Carlisle. It was good.
I'm good. That was bad. Yeah, we played in y'all game. We
won't lose it to y'all.
But you ain't even play that much.
Nah, bro, I don't have to. It's over for me. I'm washed.
Are you still living in Portsmouth?
Nah, I live in Dallas now.
Making sure your brother making the right decisions.
Managing him, you know, helping him with his day-to-day stuff. Just making sure he doing what he got to do, you know.
Right.
Staying out of the way.
How did Dallas life treating you?
Like it, I love it, man. It's definitely different from Virginia. So it's just a lot, but it's cool though. I like it because it's definitely different from Portsmouth. You know what I'm saying? It's cool though.
Word. Well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how growing up in Portsmouth you was. You know, I know you was the oldest out of your family. I heard your mom. I know your mom is real active. Yeah. When y'all hooping and just talk a little about that. So how was it growing up in Portsmouth?
Well, shoot, growing up, man, we you know, I'm the oldest of 6, so growing up, it was tough, you know what I mean. But one thing my mom always did was made us have a goal, and the one goal was we going to college. And by any means, is any sports, whatever you got to do, you going to college. You got to get out of my house. You know what I'm saying? So we took that and ran with it. You know, well, I know I did, and I know my siblings, they kind of follow my lead, so I kind of...
And you're the oldest?
Mm-hmm. Oldest of 6, so I kind of took it and ran with it and, you know, did something with it.
How was you being the oldest? Like, did you have to, like, make all the choices first? Like, all the bad or good choices first, and then they just followed you?
And they followed through it. I did all the bad stuff first, and they knew what not to do. And I also was like their coach anyway. Like, I was putting 4-on-4, 3-on-3, 2-on-2 tournaments together. Dodo playing wide receiver, Dede my center, Peanut my tight end, you know what I'm saying? My sister my running back. I did that, so we always did that. So,
did your mom play any sport?
She did. She played. She ran track. She played basketball at Wilson in '88, '89.
Was she nice?
She made all district. She made all district for basketball, and she made all district for track.
Did she was pretty good. Did she get the opportunity to play college ball?
She didn't. She had me in 1988, her senior year in high school. So it was over from there.
You ever seen her play?
I didn't, but I do remember going to games and stuff with her. I guess when she was out. Actually, I did see her play. She used to play in the adult league in Virginia Beach when I was young.
I thought you was about to say she played in Pro-Am.
She played in the adult league, and she tore her ACL in her last game. The last game I seen her play, she tore her ACL. It was pretty good too. I don't know if they still do that, but they had like women adult leagues out here. It was a big league too. But yeah, that's the last time she played.
When did you know that you was like talented in basketball? Because you played basketball and football. So what sport did you start playing first?
Basketball. Well, I can't say not one sport because, like I said, we all used to go outside. There's a lot of us, so we used to play baseball, basketball, football, soccer. Like, we just did it because my brother have a glove, I have a glove, my other brother have a glove, I have a bat. We all have 3 balls. You know what I'm saying? What else is there to do? We playing baseball. You know what I mean? So that's how my approach was. But I played them all. I can't remember playing anything first.
So what did you take off first with? And they was like, man, you need to...
Funny, I'm gonna tell you it's funny, man, because the first thing when I was young, I'll never forget it. I was 10 years old, and I was playing center. I was playing center. I chose to play center, and I played DN. And my coach was like, look, you gonna go to the NFL. And I was like, I play center, what you mean I'm gonna go to the NFL? You know what I mean? But I didn't know, like, at that time I was just playing the sport. So that's probably the first time I realized that I was pretty good, but I didn't understand what he was really saying. So that was probably the first time. I was like 10.
10.
It was crazy, bro. I was playing like, I played center, I played guard, played everything but quarterback, running back, wide receiver. I ain't even lying to you. And I didn't want to play those positions, but everything else I knew how to play.
Was you fast growing up?
I won't fast.
Oh.
I won't fast. I just like to hit. Like guard, I knew when I played guard, I could pull and hit the D end. I knew when I played user end, I could hit everybody in the backfield. That's just all I wanted to do, hit everybody. So that was the first time.
What was the first trophy you got?
First trophy I got? Whew. Probably T-ball, actually. Because I think I was playing when I was 5, because I was taller than everybody. So probably T-ball. Yeah, T-ball.
What was middle school? What middle school did you go to?
I went to Churchland, and I went to Hunt Map. I actually got expelled from school in my 8th grade year. On some other stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Something stupid. I ain't had no business doing, but yeah, I went to Hunt Map 6th grade. 7th grade I went to Churchland Middle, 7th to 8th grade.
So you get to Norcom, that was your first high school you went to?
I went to Churchland High my 9th grade year.
Okay.
And
what
then
made you make the switch? You moved?
I did.
Okay.
I moved.
You moved?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you gotta change households. I did though. You know what I did, man? I went. My grandma had got custody of me. I actually did. I moved downtown. I actually did because I knew they was gonna probably snitch or something. So I actually went to Swanson and caught the bus from my grandma's house for like a whole year, bro. Like a whole year, I did that. But what made me switch was it was a lot of things, bro. Like shoot, I was averaging probably like 14, 15. I was a freshman, but my team, basketball, I don't think it was serious to them, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a whole lot of things going on. It was a whole lot of things. Coach, it was a lot of stuff.
Why do you think they would snitch on you? Because you was good?
Because because they probably been mad. Like you leaving next year, you probably gonna average like 20 something, and you leaving, they gonna be mad.
Who was the coach then?
PJ Honore. This Coach Honore, this guy. He played at Wilson back in the day, but he was our coach back then.
So when did the community start being like, yo, Ben is the one? Or when y'all brand yourself? Because I feel like if you live in Portsmouth, you know who finney-smith, the finney-smith.
I'd probably say when I started playing, man. When I moved to when we moved downtown, I started going to Norcom. I couldn't play without talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to talk, and that's what really got me going. You feel me? And I feel like that was one of the things that really stamped us at that time, stamped me and my family, of course, coming up behind me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I won't really take it nothing. My mom had me on some whole other stuff. Like my mom, the little pep talk she used to give us, man, was crazy. Like have you thinking like it's you against the world, us, me and her against the world, bro. Like real life. Like, but I didn't really understand the things I really was doing because she never made it seem like it was enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you average 20, okay, you average 20, but guess what? If you hit an extra free throw in those quarters, now you probably average 25. So what you doing? Like, you can do more. You know what I'm saying? Or you missed, you had 28, but you missed 3 free throws. You could have had 31. So that ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how my mom was. Or you had 10 points, you on punishment. Like, I got put on punishment, bro. And she took all my clothes. Like, I can't run.
But what was the reason she took all your clothes?
Bro, we played. I'm gonna tell you the story. We played Scotty Reynolds and his team at Oscar Smith. I think J.R. Smith and them played Stephon Wilson and before he was doing. It was crazy. Scotty had 56 points, bro, and we was in a triangle and 2 on him. So I'm thinking this everything sweet. Like, all right, man, we just lost. Like, okay, I had 10 points. It was a good game at least? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, but not in my mind, bro. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm about to go home. Matter of fact, I ain't even go home, bro. I went to a party. Thinking it's all sweet. Thinking it's sweet, bro. I went to a party. I get home, shut the door. All I hear is, and take my motherfucking clothes off. I was like, oh shit, all hell broke loose. Bro, I got in my closet, bro. I didn't have anything in my closet, bro. I wore the same thing in school for a whole week until the next game.
To the next game? To the next game. What you do the next game?
Went berserk. I went berserk. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I did, bro, because I was mad. I was mad at her. I was mad at everybody. And Vernon made it even worse. Every day, like, bro, do you have it on yesterday? ain't tripping. So that's what really made it work. You know what I'm saying? But when I got in there though, bro, I was out for vengeance. I think I probably had like 38 that game or something. Like it was crazy. On some OD stuff. I was so mad.
I ain't never heard nobody take the clothes.
Yeah, I know, bro. She was crazy, bro. Like when she was real serious about it. You know what I mean? Because that's all we had at the time. We ain't really see no other way out, and we felt like that was gonna be the way out. So she was strict, bro. But on the other hand, I used to get meals cooked before the games. Like the preparation was there, and she made sure I was straight. So I had to respect it. Like, I was scared, bro.
What your other family members was talking after that game? Were they
quiet? They quiet. They ain't saying nothing. Vernon ain't come to the house. Like nothing, bro. It was like punishment. Like, and I had the whip. I had the car and everything. She was like, "Give me my car." It was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened with that.
So you at Norcom, you doing your thing. Explain your football situation, because you played both sports, and you was like the man in football at Norcom as well, Hall of Famer. Explain that.
Well, football, man, was always something I did. You know what I'm saying? It was just never like I go in the gym and I do ladder drills, I'm lifting weights. Never did that. I ain't even gonna lie. I never did that. But you know what I'm saying? I was pretty good. I think it was probably when I got to Hargrave, when I really started taking football serious. But when I was at Norcom, football was just something I did, and I mainly did it for the players that was there because I played 2 years with them already. So by the time we was juniors, we all was juniors together going into our senior year. So the one thing they wanted me to do was play, and I was just like, I might as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty good, I might as well just play. And it wound up working out well for me. When I played there, I got 5 state. Well, I don't know if they still stand. They probably
name them, shout them out.
Shout them out.
What's all the records that you hold?
One was 372 yards in the game. This is all in the same game. I had 5 touchdowns. They called one back though. I had 19 catches, but they called, like I said, they called 1 or 2 of them back. I had 89 receptions in the year. I had it was something else. I couldn't remember the last one.
But you was a wide receiver then?
Yeah.
How tall were you?
I was probably like 6'2", but I played everything at Norcom.
How tall are you now?
6. I'm taller than Kent. I'm taller than Kent. I'm 6'4" and a half. Okay. Kent 6'4". Put that on ice. The doctor said that.
So what made you have to do the extra year at Hargrave? Was it a grade situation, or was it just to get better?
It was a little bit of both.
Better,
it was first of all, at Norcom we wasn't accredited, so a lot of the classes I took, they weren't gonna count towards the college curricula anyway. My grades wasn't the best to go with my SAT scores at the time. Yeah. So I had to think of something else, you know what I mean? And then once I looked at it, Hargrave was the #1 prep school in the nation at the time, and they was gonna give me a partial for basketball and football. I felt like it was a no-brainer, especially when I can go and learn from guys that's going to like Auburn and UNC and UVA.
Who was there when you got there?
Noticeable guys that was there. Probably we had a guy that played football named Bruce Campbell. He played in Maryland. I think he went to the NFL. We had a wide receiver that was named Chris Slaughter. He went to Auburn. We had a guy named Daniel Drake. He went to East Carolina. We had a lot of guys. We had a quarterback went to Louisville. We had a D lineman that went to Louisville. But on the basketball team, somebody that people might recognize, Mike Scott played. I played with Mike Scott at Hargrave. A guy named Jordan Crawford. He played in the NBA as well. And another standout guy was probably Jeff Allen, DeRizzo Hudson. Some guys from Maryland. So
you went after Vernon. Vernon's older than you? Okay. Yeah. So he played with Steph Welsh and all of them.
Yep. He played with Steph Welsh, Amon Carter, and a bunch of other guys. I can't remember. Oh, Maurice Spates.
How far did y'all go when you was, because you and Vernon played both at Norcom, how far did y'all ever make it?
We made it to what? I think it was the first round of regionals after we beat Tallwood. We beat Tallwood, and then I gave Darius like 19, 18,
Oh
something
my
like that.
God.
But we beat Tallwood.
I got the tape.
We beat Tallwood, and then I think we played. Oh yeah, I know we played. We played Lansdowne at church when they had Percy Stanley, Mike Anderson. Man, that was pretty good. But that was the furthest we got.
Yeah, that's when they played what's the Woodside in the region championship and then the state championship too. Yeah, they was alright. They was nice then.
Yeah, they was. It was nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So you get to how did your recruitment from when you was at Norcom difference to when you went to Hargrave? Did you see like more schools?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What was the first school that offered you?
First school offered me, period.
Yeah.
It's funny. ODU.
For real.
They offered me, I don't know if it was official, but they had a scholarship for me in 8th grade. He told me that. So I don't know how far it was, but yeah, they walked up to me at the end of the game, my JV game. I think as JV I was averaging like 28, something crazy. But
I think they offered Cam Thomas in 8th grade too.
Yeah, he was like, you want to commit? I was like, I don't know, but here's our card. And I was like, all right. But yeah, 8th grade.
What were some other schools that offered you?
Early on? It was a lot, mostly all the schools around here, Norfolk State, Hampton, mainly all the black colleges. Shoot, it wasn't really too many big schools for real. That right out of high school because the grade situation, and they knew that Norcom wasn't accredited. So it wasn't really a lot of too many other schools. Who was? Oh, Marshall. I'm sorry, Marshall and Tech. Marshall and Tech.
When you got to Hargrave, was it more or those were just the big schools?
It was more. It was more big schools. It was.
Which one did they want you to play? All the schools.
They wanted me. Some schools wanted me to play both, and some schools wanted me to play one or the other. So I had separated my list from schools that want me to play one sport and schools that want me to play both. And
how did you make the decision? Because everybody said you was better at football than basketball.
Man, it was a lot of things. Honestly, it was, first of all, I narrowed my list down to 4 schools. It was Kentucky for football. It was Marshall for football and basketball. It was ODU for basketball with the possibility of football, and Tech for both. What I did was I knew, me being the oldest of 6 back to that, you know what I'm saying, that going to school, it wasn't normal, you know what I mean? And they rarely seen people go to school and still be able to beat them, you know what I mean? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to go to school, for one, because my mom wasn't driving far. I wanted to go to school close enough where they'll be able to come to all my games and just get a taste of, you know what I mean, college.
College life.
Yeah, so they can see, like, this is cool. Like, I can go to school and still be cool, you know what I mean, whatever cool is. So that's what helped my decision. Like, and on top of that, ODU, at the time, this is before they had got the football team, they had kind of promised me, like, football team coming, like, if you want to play, you can play. Like, it's an option. So I was thinking that, you know what I mean, it was going to be an option.
And when you got there, they won't the option.
Negative. You ain't going nowhere to the weight room.
Who took you on your visit at ODU?
What you mean?
Who walked you around the school, showed you the campus? You remember?
John Richardson and Frank was my host, I think. Frank was my host. Yeah, Frank was my host. I think I went on I did go on the official. Frank was my host. Frank was my host.
Was that the only official that you went to?
Yeah, it was. Which was silly, right? I should have took 5 and 5, but I didn't think about it. But I didn't think about it at the time, bro. I was at Hargrave, and I'm like, look, I'm ready to get up out of here. Like, this is what I want to do, and I ain't got to play with nobody else. Like, I ain't about to do all that.
So Hargrave is a military school, right? So did that change your dynamic of how you was programmed before?
Yeah, for sure. You got to grow up there. You got to grow up. Like, it made me mature, and it helped me too. For my body going into being, a college player. Like, my body was already kind of different from my, the guys that I came in with.
So did you have to, I know they say it's kind of like the Army.
It is the Army. It is the Army, bro.
What's some stuff you had to do while you was there that wasn't normal, or that you didn't do a lot?
First of all, you're getting up at 5:45, and there's a horn that go off, and you gotta have on your uniform, and you gotta be on time. And if you ain't, you're not gonna eat. So, and you're marching to breakfast, lunch, and dinner every time you're marching. You basically marching to class. Lights out on you at 8 o'clock. Like, it was just different, bro. Like, we got parades for 3 hours. Like, imagine standing at parade rest for 3 hours, bro. Like, you just standing in the sun. And you just out there, and it was just different. Like, it was too much.
I know Darius said you always make your bed now.
Yeah.
He said you make your bed, you gotta tuck it in.
Yeah, so you can bounce the quarter off it 3 times. You gotta be able to do that. Darius can't do that though. He ain't nice like that. He neat though, but he ain't nice like that. But yeah, with the hospital folds and everything.
For real?
Yeah. I don't do that now every day, but when I was in college, yeah, I definitely did.
So your first day on campus at ODU, how was that? Have you ever been to ODU before you took your visit?
Nah.
I didn't even know it was there.
No, I take that back. I played in the Future League at the field house. I was in like 7th grade though. I just went there to play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't walk around the campus or nothing. But that was the only time I've been there. Only time.
So your first day on campus, you get there. What was it like?
I made it almost. I made it because for one, man, I was excited because you go from Hargrave. First, no girls, no cell phone, no TV. It was just the freedom of it at first, you know what I'm saying? I was excited about that. That was one of the main things. Like, it got my own crib, my own room. Oh yeah, I'm lit now, I'm chilling. When
you seen Darius was going there too, how did y'all link? Because I know in high school y'all went the best of...
Darius, first of all, Darius, I failed a public speaking class because Darius refused to help me, and he lied to me and used to tell me, yeah, you're doing good, and I failed it. It's Darius' reason, but Darius' fault. But nah, I think I met Darius the first time was the 2 mile. We had they set us up. They told me to come up there for a meeting but bring some shoes, and we get there and this is 2 miles timed. Like, that was the first time I met Darius, and I thought his cousin Ant was like his bodyguard. I thought he was like one of the craziest dudes ever. I'm like, what is he got this dude with him? That nigga crazy. But yeah, that was the first time I met Darius. He always coming over there with Ant.
Who was the freshman? It was you, Darius.
It was me.
Kent too, right? Who else?
Etwa. Mama.
He was tough though. Wait, was he like the #1 player in Canada?
He was tough. He was like a 6'4" point guard. He was tough. He was tough. He was pretty good.
Dang.
Couldn't hang.
So how was practice? You get there. How was Blaine?
He was alright, man. You know what I'm saying. But he one of them coaches you gotta have tough skin with. He definitely let you have it every once in a while. But he get the best out of you too. But practice was pretty cool. You know what I mean. Going up against Kent and a bunch of those guys, Ross and Jonathan Adams. It was pretty cool. Trent, because those guys are talented. You know what I'm saying. But at the time, we all was still learning how to use our talents. You know what I mean. So going up with Ross, I used to be like, Ross, you get to the rim, just jump. But I'm checking. You know what I'm saying. So at the same time, I'm going against them, but I'm trying to help them develop. Yeah. So it became cool. You know what I mean. It became real good.
How close did you become with some of your teammates?
Oh, shoot, we like brothers. You know what I mean. We became real close because we were different. You know what I mean. We didn't really hang with too many other people. Like, we only hung together with each other. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but we just all hung with each other. You know what I mean.
Because we understood what everybody was going through.
Yeah, it was a little tough.
Like what?
We was going through a lot because coach will fuss you out, bro.
He made you versus everybody. Though.
Yeah, like coach ain't no sugarcoating type guy. You feel me? Like, and on top of that, like, a lot of guys it might be harder for you to receive stuff from a white man. You know what I'm saying? And especially the way he was saying it. Like, so it was a way that you had to take it and go with it. But a lot of guys was going through stuff because they ain't really know how to take it. You know what I mean? And they ain't really know how to
get them back. They never had a white coach before.
No, it ain't even about that. It's just like
the way he
talks to you. You know what I'm saying? The way he look at you is like you want to do something to you. So it makes you feel like I want to do something too. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little excited. And a lot of guys don't know how to tame their energy or whatever they got going on to just, you know what I mean, channel him out and move forward and get a little bit more. What do you say?
Especially the younger guys.
Yeah, a lot of guys ain't make it though at Harvard. I mean at ODU. Yeah. A lot of guys ain't make it because, like I said, coach was tough.
Coach Taylor said, "If you like me, I'm not doing my job." he wanted us to not like him.
Yeah. But you know, now I think about a lot of stuff he used to do. It was reverse psychology. It was reverse psychology because he'd say something to me, and I'd be ready to fight everybody in the gym, and I don't even care no more. Like for real. Like, but he used to then once I do that, and then once I do something good. Yeah, good job. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a little encouragement, but I'm still mad, bro. Like, I think I got a tape where my freshman year where my mom was like, defense. And I stole the ball. When I stole it, I dunked it. I was talking to coach. I was like, fuck. I said, Derek.
We played Virginia.
Yeah. He was talking shit. He was talking big shit, and I was like, look, I ain't with that shit. First of all, he had this thing where he used to be like, and I was like, look, I ain't the one, like seriously, like, but he knew that was the button to push, you feel me? So I don't know what he did that game, but I got that shit. I'm a dump.
Yeah, you hear your mom say,
she's like, D-up.
D-up, boy.
Yep.
And then you get the steal.
Yep.
No, and then so after you dunk it, you talk.
When I was doing that, I was talking to him. I was talking to him.
Oh, remember at Delaware? No, not Delaware. It was HOF'er.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the worst one right there, boy.
This guy.
At
halftime. You know, Drexel is in Philly. HOF'er is in upstate New York.
Okay.
So my family is from Jersey. So for them to come to the Drexel game is nothing. It's like 30 minutes. So we go to the Drexel game. I have about 40 people come, and that's like my family. Like you know what I'm saying, my family. So the next game come, we go to upstate New York. My family ain't really come because as far as a mother, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what I did. I know the guy Charles Jenkins was giving Kent the business. I'm talking some crazy shit. So he giving him the business, and he fussed at me. I don't know why he fussed at me. He called me a bitch and some more shit. He was like, you fucking prima donna. Your mom isn't here today, huh? I don't know. Darius is pretty good at telling how
in the locker room. He came in the locker room.
He said
he talked to Ben the whole entire time in front of everybody.
Darius know how I be reacting.
He didn't say nothing to nobody but Ben. He just cussed him out the whole entire halftime, and then second half Ben went off.
Second half I finished almost with triple.
He had a triple double almost in the second half.
I was going crazy, and I had more shit. I had like rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, points. I was mad as a bitch.
Did y'all win?
No.
I think we did win that game. Yes, we did. I think we did. I think we came back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we did too because we switched the matchups and some more stuff, you know, stuff people don't know.
So do you think the way Taylor coached, it benefited, it helped you for life after basketball, or?
I think I can say that now that I can look back on it, and on top of that, like the type of guy he really is. You know what I'm saying? Like I can talk to him about anything.
Off the court.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it definitely did. You know what I mean? Because now I can go into the workplace and somebody can say something to me, and it won't even matter.
Ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. Like,
did you have first time jitters getting on the court at ODU?
Yeah. Yeah, we used to be nervous. He used to sit beside me. We used to be nervous, hands sweaty.
Y'all both started y'all freshman year, right?
Yeah.
How was that freshman? College?
Well, when we came in, we had a different mentality. Like we felt like we were better than the guys that were in front of us in our position. You know what I'm saying? So when we did it, Coach Teller used to put the freshmen on the same team versus the upperclassmen. And then after that, we just all went from there because we had 2 redshirt freshmen as well, like Frank and Keon. So at the time, it was 6 of us. So we was able to have 6 freshmen versus the other 7 upperclassmen. So we took off from there. We ain't shit.
We were good.
We told them motherfuckers.
Was y'all on campus when point guard got shot?
Who?
When the point guard got shot.
Oh. Nah.
Was that the year before?
That was the year before.
Okay.
We was on campus when he broke his hand. But yeah. He was a funny guy.
So how do you feel like your career at ODU went?
I feel like it was pretty good. For
Yeah,
real, it could have been better. Yeah, it could have been better though. I was looking at some stuff today. I believe it was my freshman year. I think I was 4th on the team in scoring, but it was 7 points. Like, and I was thinking like 7 points, like bro, you can hit more than that. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, it was different. Like you only getting 5 shots. So you hit 7 shots. 7 points is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? At ODU, so it helped me a little bit, but I think it held me back too though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he allowed me to be the type of basketball player and hooper I was at the time. So
yeah, I feel like it changed Darius' game too. Darius was a scoring point guard, but he became more facilitator. But that's because y'all had a lot of dominant big men. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it was definitely inside out.
Inside out, for sure.
Inside out.
So did your mama treat you a different way? Cause you say you scored 10 points or whatever.
She did though, because
7 in ODU.
I had to explain the game to her. You know what I'm saying? This is different. Like this is a system. But I got fussed out. I still got fussed out. You know, she still was telling me like, "What you doing? Like you need to be scoring more." I'm like, "Mom, it ain't like that. We winning. How am I going? You want me to score 15 and we just won by 20? Like I'm good. Like we good." But she probably was right though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. She probably was right. I probably would have scored a little bit more. I probably would have had a further career with basketball.
Did you choose not to try to play overseas, or you just was like?
I chose not to. I basically, because what happened was when my last week of school, I realized I found I had a daughter on the way. Not that last week of school, but I found out that she was coming. So once I did that, I was like, I knew coming from ODU, trying to go overseas, I probably was gonna make like maybe like 1,000 a month, like. Coming because I'm averaging 7 points. Who's gonna take somebody averaging 7 points? So I knew that, and I figured like, boy, I can make more money here with my child instead of going overseas and getting $1,000 non-guaranteed. Yeah. So that's when I made that decision.
$12,000 a year.
Yeah, bro. Plus, like, it was just I wasn't about to do that. I wasn't about to do it. I think I got offered a rugby deal though, like. That's just some OD stuff. But I got offered a rugby deal for like an M. Turned it down.
So when did you find out you wasn't gonna be able to play football at ODU?
I actually turned it down. I turned it down when my last year when I found out my daughter was on the way and I was about to graduate. I had a meeting with Coach Wilder, and I told him I wasn't trying to do it because I had some other stuff going on. I really wasn't trying to finish school. Like my mind was somewhere else. Like I probably should have, but I had other stuff going on.
So y'all won what is it? The CAA twice. How was playing against in the March Madness? Because I know that was crazy. You see it on TV and then you actually playing in it.
Police escort, all types of stuff. It was cool. It definitely was an experience that I enjoyed, and I'm glad I got to enjoy it. Because it was some different stuff, like police escorts to the game and your time slot for practice. And everybody know your name is, and you got the media and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. It was definitely a good experience, for sure.
What, the first year, y'all won your first game?
First year, we won our first game against
Notre Dame.
Yup, Notre Dame. Herringody. What was his name? Tyler Hansborough brother.
Ben.
And Herringody. What was his name?
Ben Hansborough.
Yeah.
And y'all lost to who?
We lost to don't say what's the team? Baylor.
Baylor. Yeah, and that's the year they went to the Final Four.
Yep.
It was good.
It was pretty good, but we were supposed to beat them. I looked at the stats.
That game was.
That was the game where y'all didn't box out the last play.
Yeah.
No, that was next year.
That was the game.
That game was stuff going on.
Yeah, we had some other issues going on, some inner issues going on that game. We didn't have the right leadership.
Everybody was on the same right page.
We didn't have the right leadership. But I looked at the stats. I told Vernon, I was like, Vernon was like, boy, Udo get y'all the business. Udo's nice. I said, bro, I checked Udo when we played him. He had 4 points. And I had to go back and look at it and show him. But yeah, they was pretty good. Lacey Darius Dunn lit us up.
And Tweety
Carter. Yeah, he lit us up too.
And then the second year y'all lost to?
First game to Butler.
Butler. And that's the year they went to the Final Four.
Yeah. They went to the national championship.
Dang.
Yeah.
And that's when they had, what's the name on their team? What's the white boy name?
Hayward.
Hayward.
Yeah, he was the dude, the point guard, I forgot his name. Sheldon went, I forgot his name.
So during your time at ODU, your brother had passed away. How did that change your whole mindset of still playing basketball? Because I know you get that call, you be like, what?
Yeah, it did, but at the time, basketball was like my out. You know what I'm saying? My way of away from things. So it definitely changed because who I do it for was different then. You know what I'm saying? My whole motivation and my whole drive was totally different. Like, it was just totally different. Then I know I had my siblings and my mom and stuff there. So yeah, my whole motivation and drive just changed then. Like, it got a little bit stronger. Like, I was just a little bit different then.
Yeah, that was why I remember being out there with you.
We was about to go to the club. We was about to go to the club.
You graduated. What'd you graduate in? What was your
Degree?
Yeah.
Sociology.
What did you after ODU?
I did when I graduated from ODU. I went to what did I do first? I did counseling. I started doing in-home counseling. I started doing group home with at-risk youth. Started doing mentorships. With mentoring kids at-risk youth. All types of stuff, you know, dealing with juvenile delinquents and mentally challenged adults. Why
you never tried to coach with Norcom? After you left, they started winning a bunch of championships, like with your younger brother. Why you never chose that field? I tried. Yeah, they ain't have I guess they ain't have no positions open or whatever the case may be. Whatever, it didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely tried to get the guy that actually, he coached at Churston, Coach Mike Holland, he reached out to me before I even considered coaching, you know what I'm saying? And it was an offer that I couldn't resist because he ain't know me from Adam and Eve, you know what I'm saying? So he gave me an opportunity to do it, and he was at Churston. So I went and took that opportunity, and then after that, I tried to get up in Norcom, and you know, they ain't really had too many openings or what I was looking for at the time. So I guess it just wasn't the right timing to get up in there. So then you also coach at Wilson too? I coached soccer, football, and basketball. Soccer? Yeah, man, I like soccer, bro. It was cool. I learned, I taught myself. You know, I watched a bunch of YouTube clips. I had to learn the terminology, of course. And I learned from the coaches that was there when I was there, and we actually went 9-0, bro. It was good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. And what did the girls, your basketball team? Yep. Yep. My basketball team was basically my soccer team. Like, my power forward was my goalie, my point guard was my striker, like small forward was my midfielder. Like, it was crazy, and I had them running basically a 3-man weave. 3-man weave, and we just scoring every time. For real. Like, we beating teams like 15-0. Yeah, it was pretty good. Do you feel like if y'all would have had Gooseby as y'all coach when you was at Norcom, y'all would have got to the state opportunity? Because I know the whole dynamic when we was in school, the whole going to the state changed. I think we would have had a coach that actually. I ain't gonna say know what he talking about, know what he doing, because there's a lot of coaches, but a coach that actually came up behind somebody first before they was put in the seat to run to be in such an important chair, you know what I'm saying, with me and Vernon at the time. I think if we would have had a coach like Uzi, we probably would have went further for sure. Because it's a lot of kids from Norcom that's like going to good schools. Yeah, like, it's a lot. On my team, we had a lot of guys that was pretty good. Like, I can name about 7 that should have went to school and would have probably been good. Like, we had a guy named Wendell. His name was Chop. Nickname was Chop. Chop was like 6'5". Chop played quarterback, wide receiver, and he played power forward. Chop had he had to have like a 30-something, 40-something inch vert. Like, he was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't have the right opportunities for Chop to go to the, you know what I'm saying, to the good schools or whatever the case may be, or to go to college for basketball. So he was pretty good. He was one of those guys that was overlooked by a lot, but he was pretty good. How did like you being noticed in Portsmouth for your athletic abilities, and then you get success at ODU, and you become a star there? How's it difference? Like, you'll probably have like a little kid come up to you, but he from Portsmouth, so you probably know him already, and then you go to the mall, and it's like someone you never seen before in your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, cause me, I'm different. Like I like to say I'm outgoing. I'm a people's person. You know what I'm saying? So I try to talk to as many people that know me. Like that's probably my problem. A lot of people like you talk to everybody, but that's just me. Like if I know you and I know you and you see me, I'm gonna say something to you. You know what I'm saying? I can't walk past you. And if it's a little kid that look up to me and he talking to me or he want to talk to me, I'm gonna talk to him for sure. Same way I'm gonna talk to the person from ODU that might, you know what I'm saying, know me from a different perspective. So yeah, it's cool.
I remember we used to go to the mall and count how many people come up the stairs. We used to be like, bro, how many people? Like it was like a bet. Cause I mean, it was just so many. Yes, it was crazy. Like like playing on TV and then you playing in like it's two different things.
It's crazy. They think once they see you on TV, boy, you famous. Especially to the little kids, you famous.
I know Keon. He told me one time. He said when he was playing overseas or whatever, he said he was taking money out the bank and he had an ODU shirt on. And he said some little kid ran up to him and was like, I seen ODU on TV at the March Madness or something like that. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, life after basketball, you see your little brother get success in basketball. You're the oldest, you didn't make it to the NBA or NFL. What advice you giving them as you see them being stars in high school and stuff? Are you telling them to stay home or are you telling them to go ahead, go away?
I'm telling them to go ahead and go away. You know what I mean? Because it's so much more stuff out here than Virginia, than this area. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you go away to a school, you probably not going to come back because it's probably going to be better than where we at now. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted them to be able to see different things and a place for me to go visit, like another place. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely learned from my decisions and the things that went on in my life to help them move forward and be successful in the things they want to do.
So they all, three of them, your two sisters and Dodo, all went to college, right?
Yep. Shasha, my sister Shasha, she went to Maryland Eastern Shores. My baby sister went to Hampton NBCU, and Dodo went to Tech in Florida.
So when your brother gets the opportunity about to go to the league, what talk is that around the city, or how was that?
Well, bro, he was a process. Like he ain't nobody that I ain't gonna lie. Like when he first started getting good in college, in high school, he wasn't. It wasn't like he's going to the league. You know what I'm saying? It was like I don't know. It was different. Like we go from all right, Dodo, like your finger roll in the rim. Like, just turn it around and try to dunk it. Then he playing in Alabama, and he dunk on the dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we see what we need to do, and we know what we need to do, or we know what it looked like, what it's supposed to be. And all we did was just try to add aspects to his game for him to get better. You know what I'm saying? Not compared to anybody else. Just for him, just for them. Like my sister, just for them. And it worked out for him. You know what I'm saying? So we learned along the way, definitely, especially with the decisions and everything. Like, it was a lot. It's a whole lot, bro.
I seen him in the PIT, he was doing this thing.
Yeah, that was a decision that we had to make, too. Like,
I felt like that helped him a lot, though, because he was balling.
He got an opportunity
to hit the game winner. It went out. But
and it was at home, too.
Yeah.
So, it was in Portsmouth. I felt like that was a good move on our end. But, again, he had to do it because he wasn't no high prospect coming out of college, even though he was pretty good, but he wasn't no high prospect. I feel like that added to his resume, it helped him a little bit for sure.
So you moved out here, he gets to the league. You moved out there with how's life after basketball going for you? Because you say you don't really play as much anymore.
Nah, I don't play. And I work for Doe now, you know what I'm saying? I just make sure this day-to-day stuff going right, you doing what you need to do, everything is taken care of. So I work out, but I don't work out in the gym. Like, you know what I mean? I don't go in there and hoop. But shoot, life is good, man, but it's still a grind. You know what I'm saying? It's still a grind. I'm still learning, still growing.
And do you, how's fatherhood?
Oh, it's good. My baby's getting big, watching them getting big. it's great, man. And it's priceless for real. You can't put no price on that. Like it's times where time is important. You know what I'm saying? And I try to spend as much time with them and talk to them as much. But I loved it. I loved it. I'm blessed. I have opened up the show.
Do you feel like, since your family is so big in Portsmouth, do you feel the need to get back to your community, and why do y'all?
I feel like it is. I do. I feel like it's a need to give back, because these are things that we wasn't able to see coming up. These are things that maybe can motivate a kid. You know what I'm saying? These are things that kids probably can never see. You know what I'm saying? Can never see their self doing it. So for us to come back and for them to know who we are, you know what I'm saying, and to be in the community, they know that anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna keep going. And then they see us every year, they gonna keep going, because we're gonna keep pushing them and keep talking to them about the same thing, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I think it's good.
I know I seen y'all when y'all talked at Frank camp. It's like I knew every kid that was from Portsmouth that was there.
We do. We know, because we embedded in the community, man. Especially if the kids want to do something and we can help them. We definitely gonna help them. We definitely gonna help them, bro. There ain't no questions asked. You know
who's the next? Who's the next? Who's pretty good now that's from Portsmouth that you think is gonna be something to be look out?
It's two kids. What's his name? Antoine. What's his last name? Antoine. Going to Florida. Twan.
Antoine. You play football, right?
Yep. There's a kid that's going to, he transferred to Indian River. He's from Portsmouth. He committed to Florida. He's going to be pretty good. He DN. And then the young boy, Maul pretty good too.
He's tall. What is he, like 6'4"?
Yeah, he's taller than me. He's like 6'5". Yeah, he's 6'5".
That's crazy. I remember, cause I'm really cool with Melo's dad. And he was like, bro, I just seen him one day and was like, hey, you play sports?
Yep. That's how he do it.
Yeah.
That's how he do it. But that's how Norcom do that. People think they get a lot of transfers. Nah, they get people outside, like at the court, and then they take them to the gym and they train them and they get them right, and they, you know what I'm saying, like they get them on the path to getting better and starting to figure out the game. Like,
yeah, I talked to Maul. I interviewed him probably like 2 months ago, and he was like, I ain't played basketball until last year. Like, seriously. You know,
Maul dad is like 6'6". Maul mom is like 6'1". And they from Portsmouth. Like, they from Portsmouth, but we gonna help him. I know he ain't play basketball because he was in Portsmouth, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure he was walking to a court, like, around the way, like how he do it, how Melo dad do it. You know what I'm saying? And he seen him and was like, boy, oh, you 13 or 12? We gotta go to the gym. So yeah, Melo gonna be alright though. Antoine Powell. That's his name. He gonna be good.
He like 28th in the country.
Yeah, he gonna be pretty good. I think I see him doing 3 years. He gone. 4, he pretty gone. He gone though.
If there's one thing like you could say to little kids or give info to someone coming up based on your life, what would you say?
Give info based on my life. What I say to him? I mean, keep grinding. You got hard work, no excuse. A lot of guys that I know that are successful in sports, they work hard. You know what I'm saying? And I tell all the kids that all the time. I be like, you know, the difference between a lot of people is, bro, they don't know how to just cut the negativity out of their life and go do what they got to do. And I use the example of Kent all the time. I'd be like, Kent and Frank, I'd be like, look, we used to hang out and we'd be out all night. Kent will go to the gym and come back with a bucket of water and be soaking wet, and we just be looking like, what's up with a basketball? Like, he used to do weird stuff like that. Frank, I ain't going out tonight, I'm going to the gym. Like, y'all ain't having open gym today. Frank would be the only one sitting in the gym, and we would not go, and he'll be sitting in the gym. But that's all shows the hard work they put in, bro. And now, you know what I'm saying, they getting paid pretty good to do it. My brother too. My brother's another one. Like, my brother, now he can stay out all night and he get up at 8 off of 2 hours of sleep and go and work out 3 times a day. Like, they different. You know what I'm saying? I tell kids that all the time. Like, if you in order for you to be successful, you're gonna have to work hard. You're gonna have to cut out the negativity. Like, so that's what I tell them.
Well, I appreciate you coming, bro.
Appreciate you, my brother.